For 25 years, I've been in really good shape. And I didn't do that by um, doing a bunch of programs or following fad exercise routines or programs or doing any of that stuff. So, for you guys that are maybe going to get into it in the new year, don't wait to the new year. That'd be my advice. Start right now, today, like as in freaking right now. Or you guys that are kind of questioning like what you're doing, like, oh, I should do this program over the winter and I do this one over the summer and I follow this guy. Bro, you don't have to follow any of those guys. And that's, you can end up just spinning your wheels and wasting your time. Here are my workouts. They're super efficient and you will be in shape for the rest of your life. The thing about being in shape for the rest of your life is it's boring and it's a grind. Because guess what? Like, I know you guys think this is crazy. You do the same exercises over and over and over again and just multiply that out for weeks and months and years. You make little tweaks in between. Maybe you have an injury, maybe something's going on, but that's about it. You just kind of tweak it. The rest, you just do the same freaking thing. Doing the same exact thing gets boring. It gets real grindy. So this is exactly what I do. So I'm going to tell you guys none of this fancy stuff, none of this, all these weird programs, man. This is what you need to do. And obviously, if you get an injury, like you work around it, you fix things, you modify things, but you're going to do the basics. The basic exercises have kept guys in shape for millennia, right? Guys picking up rocks and doing stuff and push-ups. So let's talk about it. What are the basic things that you are going to be doing? And I might leave one out because I don't have like a thing of notes in front of me. But here are the basic things that I do every single week, like without fail, and then a couple things that I work in as well. Every single week, I do bench, just regular, straight up, flat bench. I do incline bench. I do shoulders, right? I do that either, I mean, if you got your shoulders are good, like maybe you could do with the bar. If you got maybe jacked up shoulders, something going on, I had a car accident, so I do dumbbell presses because that just allows me more range of motion. Uh, do lateral raises. I do dumbbell pullovers. You get a big, heavy dumbbell, and I'm talking about all heavy weights, guys. None of this like, oh, like I do light weights for a whole bunch of sats. Like, no, you're a man. Just do heavy weights and do less repetitions, and you could just increase your sets. So dumbbell pullovers, like these ones. You know, you're laying on the bench, you're pulling over. That'll help widen your chest out and expand your rib cage. Maybe they're called also like rib cage expanders, chest expanders. I do deadlifts every single week. I do shrugs every single week. I do sit ups every single workout, like in between every single set. I'm doing sit ups. So just hundreds and hundreds or 1,000 sit ups a week, like just doing tons and tons of sit ups because I'm doing them between every single set. I do squat, I do leg press, I do carries with dumbbells. I do walking lunges with dumbbells. What else do I do? What else? Do neck exercises sometimes with the headgear. You could just do that with a weight too. What else am I doing? Pull-ups, push-ups, all different kinds of pull-ups, all different kinds of push-ups, closed, outward, raise, put your feet on a bench, take your, you know how it is. Just do all different sorts of push-ups, especially when you can't get to the gym. You could do, and I've done it, a whole exercise routine of just sit-ups and push-ups. It takes 41, maybe 38 minutes to do over 1,000 push-ups for me and ab work in between, whether that's sit-ups or leg lifts the entire time. And you guys can do that too. Just easy, easy, easy stuff. I do dips every single week. You can do those weighted or not. Same thing with the pull-ups. You could do those weighted or not. And that's probably getting close to, that's it. That's what I do in a week. Those basic exercises have made up my routine for 25 years. Now, you're not going to be a bodybuilder. You're not going to look jacked like that. You're not going to be. It's not called body worship, right? You don't want to be one of those guys that worships your own body because that looks a little bit like, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for you. Girls don't like it. It also makes you look a certain way, and it makes you kind of gross. It's gross. It's just gross. You want to just be fit and strong, and that's it. That's it. Just fit and strong to protect your family and to protect yourself and to protect others. That's the whole goal of it, and to be healthy too. And you feel pretty great. It's like you wake up and you just feel good. You feel better than probably most guys. So that is exactly what I've done pretty much for 25 years. 25 years I've been in the gym, like pretty much 5 days a week for 25 years. What do I eat? Now, this is different because I've eaten different throughout the 25 years. Lately now, I do probably close to 22 or 20, somewhere. I break fast around hour 20 or 22 typically. And I've built up to that, and I do that 6 days a week, except for Sundays. I usually fast completely from food once a week, but this is just because I'm getting older. So I've adjusted my diet accordingly. I do not eat hardly any carbohydrates, like almost nil to zero, right? So I'm not ingesting tons of bread or anything like that. Once in a while, I'll have some French fries. I'll have some chips with the taco night. Maybe a piece of homemade bread once in a while with a lot of butter. But other than that, no carbohydrates. My carbohydrates are coming from fruits and nuts. The rest of the diet is just meat, just meat. And if you guys do this, you will be feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. The fasting thing, I'll tell you guys this, is I built up to that. I started out with dropping a meal on Friday, then dropping 2 meals on Friday, then all of a sudden dropping on Wednesdays, and then kind of it accumulated year over year for a little while until I was able to really hone in and pretty much breaking fast at hour 20, 22 each day. And life gets easier. And I found that out kind of by accident. I was going up, we're going to go hiking. Well, first we were going to drive. So we had to drive to North Carolina in the mountains. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to eat while I drive because I always get sleepy. So I just drank coffee, drank water that day, got there, broke fast, felt pretty good. I was like, all right, cool. Then we were going to go on a hike like the next day or the next day later, whatever. We were going to go on a hike. And I didn't want to eat and feel uncomfortable in my gut and, just be honest, like have to use the bathroom while we're out on the Appalachian Trail. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to eat. I'll just eat when I get back. So hiked all day. Felt great. I was carrying kids on my shoulders, so I had extra weight on me. So it's like I'm rucksacking up a mountain. Just had water. Felt really good. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I think I could do this. And then I was already kind of fasting anyway for religious purposes. So then I just implemented those extra days in. And that was how I ended up on this crazy cycle. And now it's been, man, oh man, it's been like maybe close to 4 years of these eating hour 20, 22. You don't have to be rigid completely about it, but do it most days out of the year. But if you go into somebody's house like and they're making you food, like you can't be unhospitable. Like you have to accept and enjoy. But other than that, I keep the fast very regularly, except for religious feast days as well. I'll use those days to enjoy because they're meant to be enjoyed. So that's what I've been doing. So get grindy with it, guys. Get comfortable with the same routine. It makes your life a lot easier because it's a very repeatable process every single week. Just do the basics. I don't really do machines. Everything is going to be dumbbells and barbells and free weights and sit-ups, and you don't need to do any of the fancy, all this fancy stuff with the cables and this. I see a ton of guys doing weird things, and they're just do normal stuff, guys. I mean, it's so easy. It's that easy. You don't need all this special stuff. Watch your diet. Don't eat too much processed food. Work out with heavy weights, and you'll be in no time feeling really good. Really, really good. That's it. If you guys like this, subscribe, share, whatever. Out.